Ladies and gentlemen, good evening for this, evening's podcast, the Circle Jump podcast, where we have, the 23rd of May, I suppose, this time around.
March.
Yeah, that's right, thank you. Yeah, I am apparently completely off. This is just completely tilted. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. Well, good evening, certainly. And, also good evening and welcome again, of course, to Maku.
Hi.
And also, of course, as always, we also have Costa here joining us.
As always, it's like the third time of 6, so half time.
Fair enough. But you both still also had a good day.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. And also joining us this time around, we have from Team France, the wonderful Babou. Thank you so much for coming here
for
tonight.
The first time. Yeah. Hey there.
Well, apparently you were actually tricked to be here, but I'm still happy that you are.
Den bijouterai. Voilà, this is for him.
So, sadly, we weren't able to get anyone from Belgium. So, I mean,
they're practicing, they're practicing out.
By the way, just a small side note. I love your now discussing goodbye statement.
Jesus Christ.
It's awesome. Introduction
I am just
okay, we are off. Thank you for coming.
I am certainly off. Welcome, thank you. Well, I mean, it cannot get worse from here, probably. Hopefully.
I do not have a picture. Oh.
I didn't get a picture. Production is not the best right now. I have just reinstalled all of my computer. So with that, okay. I'm pretty much. I just like 30 minutes ago got the webcam working again. Because this webcam is actually like a Canon 600D running through an HDMI cable into a capture card. So let's see. Nevertheless, I think this is way too late to actually get you a picture. So you will have to be a little bit of a noir person tonight, I suppose, sadly. Well. Okay, fair enough. Let's get this thing rolling, shall we? So let's talk about, as the first thing, just because since the last time we've had a podcast, we've had the semi-finals being played, where we had, first of all, the 12th of March. Yes, March. Belgium going up against Germany. That was a pretty decent game. At least certainly the third map was very good, where it was Prague on bomb mode. But still, in the end, Belgium did take that one 2-1, to the surprise of some people. And following up with that, the week afterwards, being postponed by 1 week, we have had France versus Portugal. A game that we have still not yet been seen. I haven't at least seen it. And
I watched Maku's shoutcast. Shout out.
I played it.
Oh yeah, I did.
He completely forgot it. Oh, I did that.
I streamed it. It was last minute because we were like, oh, Portugal can't play, and then suddenly we had the connection string, so it's the last minute thing.
It was a little bit ridiculous, in my opinion. That was a little bit of a childish prank by Portugal.
Yeah, it messed up the whole live stream. I guess 7 of 9 might have done planned something else for the evening when he found one we were told.
Yeah.
But it wasn't going to be played. But oh well.
And I just got pissed, to be honest. So because of that, I certainly didn't want to. But so it's wonderful that Maku did, but you also did a GTV demo, so you and 7 of 9 can also look at that for a later time. So, still, nevertheless, France did probably, as everyone expect, go for a 2-0 with that. I mean, Babou, you did also play.
Was actually.
Yes. I did.
Yeah.
CTF and DS. Both map.
Both.
Yeah, so both you and Maku could. Is there any interesting recaps from that game?
Yeah, like I know at least I'm pretty sure NMB said that Beijing was kind of like it's not like one of your strong maps. It was more of a let's just pick this anything in CTF. Like, have you played much Beijing before?
That's what he said. He said like we have to play a different map in CTF mod every time. So we did play Paris against USA, and but it went well. But Beijing, we like practice it like just one time before the match, and it was like shitty as hell. But we managed to win.
I can totally understand you. I hate that damn map.
That's a nice map. I like it. I like it. That's not the problem. But
yeah, it's just
I don't know.
I think it's good,
we do not play it like every day.
The score of 20-15. It's like ridiculously
that's
high.
The wrong way around. That was the TS map. The scores on users. I did the wrong way.
This isn't. This is 6-2 to the first half and 4-4 second one.
Okay, then it's much better because
10-6. This is the other way around. The 20-15 is like Tonga, and 10-6 is Beijing.
Yeah, so I was surprised when I read that. So 10-6 sounds much better.
Yeah,
because 20 flags all in all.
Yeah, Beijing is not a fast map at all.
That's more like you might get one Algiers maybe, but the 2015.
There will be Algiers in the final.
Oh yeah, 2 maps.
Algiers and Paris, CTF.
Yeah,
and we are much more confident in those maps than in Beijing. But you know, Portugueses do not play CTF at all.
Yeah.
So it's a bit hard for them. It's just like going in a match and knowing that you will begin with a 0-1, you know. That's hard. Because I know Rafi. Rafi is from Portuguese's team. He's playing with me every day. He's met for 5 to 6 years. I know how you feel about that, and it's like every time you pick CTF against us, we are totally screwed. And that's it.
Tonga was actually quite close to the TS map. I remember you had like a sort of 7-1 lead or so. Also, you had like a really big lead at the start. Then Portugal called a timeout. And then by the end, it's only 20-15. So like.
Yeah. They did a nice comeback on Tonga.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the beginning, everything went well every time. That was so smooth. We are okay. We are no stress. Full okay. And they put the pause and they did a nice comeback, and we are like shaking a little bit, like what are we doing? And we answered to that, and that's okay. The end was okay.
You managed to hold on to these.
Yes.
Like I'm not sure. I don't think you were behind at any point. It was just like suddenly they switched on, and it was just really close after that.
So, yeah, okay. Sorry. So after that, we have pretty much the finals, and also the third place. But the third place with Portugal and Germany, that one is not yet scheduled. Right now it says on Urban Zone it's going to be played in like 10 minutes, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. So with that, let's just talk about actually the finals themselves. And all in all, actually, let's just actually start with one of the two teams of the finals themselves instead of actually just the finals. And let's just actually try and focus a little bit on France, I think, here. Because, I mean, first of all, I mean, that team hasn't really changed for quite a few years, right?
Yes. Last year I wasn't there.
But
I was there like 2 years ago. There is like 2 new heads this year, because we switched like 2 guys in like 3 years. 2 or 3 guys. That's
Apparently last year you had Bender, MXE, Nefast,
Fast.
and yeah, that's it playing. And this year, Slide and
Keon.
you made a return, yeah, Keon
yeah,
actually as well. So yeah,
That's the main thing. The core didn't change. Peter's still there. Brooks, Shanfara, ZMB. That's
Well,
the core of the team.
Bender was kind of a real essential part last year, if I recall correctly. But apparently you returned and maybe you replaced him.
I was there last year, but I got so much stuff to do around that I declined at the end. I said to ZMB I cannot keep it up, and they will do without me. And they did well. Bender was Bender. I always I will always be a fan of Bender. For me, he was very good player. He was first one good player to pick me up and say go unsub and play, and I will help you and will tell you, and it was really helpful to me. I love this man. I love you, Bender. And this is it. Biddle is still very strong in TF. ZMB, I will not talk about him because he talk about himself very well, you know. You know him. Brooks is very strong. I play with him defense this time. This is nice to play with him. Is that kind of guy who's communicate well, who's always playing with you well, even if you're playing with him like for the first time. And Shanfara is very kind. He's doing his job. I cannot see how they're doing in attack, you know, when we're playing in defense. Sometimes you don't see each other a lot, but he's doing very well. And Keon is like becoming good in CTF, and we can switch place. But no, Slide, the last coming, cannot play the end of the Nation Cup, so we will do without him, but he will be missed. He found a job and play anymore at the moment. So Slide, we love you too.
But nevertheless, you feel confident anyways without him, right? Because I mean, with all of those names you already like listed.
Yeah, there is a lot of name and there is a lot of CTF name.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the point. If ZMB was there, he was like, well, we do not fear anyone in CTF. We are like so good. I'm pew-pewing. You are pew-pewing. That's okay. That's what he will say.
I mean that also very much is reflected in the map choices for the finals themselves, yeah. But I mean also just all through the Swiss format itself, you've pretty much gone for a 3-0, and there was really no team that was any trouble to you, right?
We had a lot of luck, we have to say. The draw was in your favor every time. Playing like we played that. I don't know. Asian first.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
But that was
seeded. Argentina, and at the end we played Italy. So Asian first. Well, I will not talk about them because they went 0-3. That was very a bit hard to play against us first, I guess. They did pretty well on Austria at the beginning. One sniper was like fucking us in the ass, like really bad. At the beginning, it was like, what the fuck? Oh, he can hit us with like 300 pings. And this is the same for Argentina. They got like very good players, Newell, Arexo, I guess, very strong. But I didn't play against Argentina, and I was like warming up to play against Italy. The second map, and they gave up after the first map. A bit pissed, but we had luck with the draw because we could have played like Portugal, Germany, Belgium. Those team was who we feared a bit.
That's also pretty interesting to hear, because I mean Belgium pretty much just right now in the semi-finals themselves we're able to just knock out Germany, of all teams. Germany, the team that everyone actually wanted to see go up against France themselves. So with that, and also just like Belgium for the last few years just being really on the rise. Last 2 years ago, getting into the qualifiers, last year getting to 3rd place. I mean, if you extrapolate, they are going to like go to just break anything possible in this year, something. And also just with names like Rocket Shane and Locati, which are also playing for like both for Essence and Orcs Esports, which are also teams that are really good in capture the flag. And with Logic returning, who's just a really great SOA player. I mean, finally, this is probably the opponent where you are going to be a little bit scared.
We
or not scared, but
always be scared by the Belgium guys.
TS especially, I expect.
Yeah, TS especially, because we're playing them a lot in practice in TS, and they are
why
tough.
they're so good.
They are tough. I don't know, but they are tough, and playing Austria against them in practice is always hard. They are very good. Deutschland, Germany. Yes, between Belgium and Deutschland, I picked Belgium to the win, and I was right. But that was a nice match. But
yeah, that was a pretty good series, yeah.
If Shane and if Rocket's fragging well, it will be very difficult.
Yeah,
that's the two things of the Belgium. After it, if Locati Logic can come alive, and this will be way too hard.
So the finals is going to be a best of 5, if I see that right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. And I'm even more sad that I'm not able to be there.
Really?
Yeah, I have spring cleaning, so I can't. But nevertheless, hopefully 7 of 9 Maku goes to several other people can join.
That's nice.
Yeah.
They will not sleep till midnight. The 4 maps at least. 5.
If 3
we
maps.
We can go in 5 maps.
Actually,
we can go in 5 maps.
Yeah.
I want to say
somewhere
we can play like 5
maps,
maps in a row.
It's like 3 to 5 maps. That's like at least an hour.
Yes.
Probably like 2, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You need the break between. You need to remember to take a break.
I don't know. We need to stay warmed up and okay to play.
Maybe get a cup of coffee or something. But yeah, so what you're saying is certainly Austria Team Survivor, the map of choice of Belgium, is something that we really should be looking forward to watching, because that one is going to be a close one.
Say it again. Sorry.
Austria on Team Survivor, that should be a good one, you say?
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah. That's good. It's going to be the big one.
We've seen Belgium play against Austria, and they destroyed everyone. Like, even against Germany, it was like, what was the score?
I'm not saying that Orbital will be easy, but Austria will be the hard one too.
I normally get wrecked by these Belgian players on Orbital, to be honest. And they just play really well together on Austria as well. Like, they've got every position sort of nails down.
But also, I mean, there's still Algiers and Paris, the map of choice of France. Just as you are, I suppose, or at least ZMB is so very confident in capture the flag. But still, nevertheless, with Belgium, how close are you still thinking they're going to be? I mean, they're not going to be as one-sided as we've probably seen with most other games. I mean, even against Portugal, we had Beijing being a 10-6, right? So
that's the first team we will have very good opposition in CTF, because Adrix is on the chat, and I will say Adrix is shitty in CTF. Adrix, Take une grosse merde. And that's the first time. Germany and Belgium is two teams in CTF who can do a lot of damage. And we cannot go and say we will wreck them in CTF. It will not be like that.
Yeah.
At all.
But hopefully, just with all of that experience, you still should have the edge. But nevertheless, maybe the edge is not like the Atlantic Ocean as is usual, but actually maybe just a few meters. So
We'll
yeah,
see,
still. Thank you. I think maybe, I mean, as for some weird reason I couldn't talk like in the pre-show, and I couldn't also talk for the first few minutes, but my brain is beginning to get back a little bit. So yeah. But yeah, Orbital also, maybe if we're going to get that far, that may actually be a little bit more one-sided, I don't know. But yeah.
We'll see.
So yeah, I'm not really the best at actually making an interview. Pretty much this being my first one, and I'm already out of questions. So nevertheless, we're already hitting the half-hour mark anyways. So are there any closing remarks by anyone?
Sorry? Say it again?
Any closing remarks on any of these, or on this whole finals? Your general thoughts?
No, just good luck, have fun.
That's a wonderful way to go. Goes to Maku?
I'm looking forward to a nice match. Yeah, I'm not actually sure who's gonna win, as Belgium didn't look that bad in CTF, so I'm not sure. I expect a very close, or at least a tough fight. Maybe Belgium can surprise us again after their victory against Germany. So yeah, pretty much looking forward to that match.
And I am certainly also going to do that, though I'm going to be watching it a little bit later whenever it gets up on YouTube, hopefully. It will be played, though, everyone remember, it will be played on Sunday at 20 CEST, Central European Standard Time, meaning if you're living in Germany or in Denmark as me, it will be at 20, and France and Britain that would be like 21, right? Can I do time zones? I don't know. Well,
Is
hopefully...
it CEST already? I thought that's Central European Summertime. And
Oh, is that then?
already
Oh.
in summer?
Oh wow, it's actually changing in 3 days.
Oh, is it?
Okay, so
Good to
that
know.
means it's actually CEST then.
Oh yeah.
Apparently.
So-
That was a
so-
happy accident. I
Well,
thought CST
we're
and
gonna have
CET
May by
actually were
now,
two
right?
different
So-
time zones, but okay, fair enough. Yeah. Well, hopefully 7 of 9 doesn't know how time works. I certainly don't. And he will be there when the whole game starts. And also, hopefully also with several other people. And with one hell of a good game, as we can hear. So, I will sadly not be there because I will be cleaning the kitchen for several hours upon hours upon hours. So yeah, nevertheless, thank you all here for being here. It has been wonderful. And also, thank you just for standing up with me just being completely flustered.
Thank you for having me.
It's been wonderful. You've really pretty much just been keeping this whole thing going and keeping this afloat together with Ghost and Maku. It's been wonderful. And yeah, also, thank you, Babou, Ghost and Maku. Thank you also everyone in chat. This time I want to remember to actually also advertise for this on IC and everywhere else, so people are actually watching. So it's wonderful to see everyone here. And of course, the VOD for this podcast will be up on YouTube as fast as possible, together with the MP3 version in the description. It should actually probably be there in about 2 hours. So, yeah. Before I just completely am going to say something weird, good night. Thank you all for watching.